And we begin tonight with an historic rise in gas prices across central Indiana.
We've been following the price hike over the last 24 hours. Prices now are at levels that we haven't seen in nearly 4 years.
Tonight, we've got plenty of reaction to the pain at the pump. Our Ashton Hackman joins us live tonight after spending today looking for the cheapest place to fill up. Did you find a place?
Well, Scott and Emery, we did on the northwest side of Indianapolis, and right as we pulled up, the price jumped about 40 cents. Everywhere in Indianapolis is kind of getting at that $4.99 mark. We're here in Speedway, actually just across the street from IMS, where unleaded is $4.99 a gallon right now. Diesel is approaching $6. And Gas Buddy today telling us that Indiana saw the biggest 1 week increase in the average gallon of unleaded in the entire country. So now we're sitting at $4.40 a gallon. Indianapolis averaged right around that as well. And where we saw today, $3.89 was the cheapest on the northwest side of Indianapolis. People lining up ready to go and getting their gas tanks full. But one individual that we talked to, he said he drove all the way from the east side to fill up his tank, and he's not very optimistic about where things are going from here. Take a listen.
There's two more gas stations 1 second down the road. And guess what? Right here is the best option. No, we got holidays coming up. I think it's gonna get worse. I think we might actually see about $5.50. Well, we hope not.
Yeah, we hope not. $5.50 would be quite remarkable. That's what they're paying out on the West Coast right now. And if you're looking for the cheapest place, we've had Gas Buddy pulled up all day. We've been actually updating a lot of these numbers on the map here, kind of getting it up to speed. And you can see many places on this map are getting to that $4.99 mark here in Indianapolis. So Scott and Emery, if you're heading to the pump, maybe going to somewhere this evening, have that wallet ready. Prices are going up.
All right, Ashton, thanks so much. Tonight, the governor is addressing this increase that we're seeing at the pump.
So the governor suspended the state sales tax on gas last month, all in an effort to give you some relief when you get to the pump. Today, the governor talked about the possibility of extending that decision.
I did decide to do a 30-day pause on the sales tax on fuel, and I'm likely to renew that. That was a 17-cent savings. Now it will be even more because the wholesale cost of gas has gone up.
So the current suspension is set to expire on May 8th. Governor Braun says he plans to make an announcement on a decision sometime next week.
And you can always check for the lowest gas prices around central Indiana on our website. Go to WTHR.com/gas prices to look at the 10 lowest prices that are near where you are located.
Tonight at 6, police in Bloomington are asking for your help identifying a person of interest in a mass shooting. Police tell us the man pictured in this photo wearing a necklace and backpack is wanted tonight for questioning. That shooting took place early Sunday morning following the Little 500 on Kirkwood Avenue. 5 women were shot. At least 4 others were injured in the chaos following the gunfire. Investigators say it all started with a fight between 2 people that ended with shots being fired.
The Clinton County Sheriff and his wife will not appear in a Clinton County court as originally planned, as they now face felony charges. That's because a judge now has approved a request to move that trial to Marion County. Richard and Ashley Kelly are now charged with fraud after investigators say they misused funds from the ISP Pension Trust. The couple will appear before a special judge and special prosecutors on May 11th. Richard currently still holds his position as the sheriff of Clinton County. His wife, however, fired as the jail matron earlier this month.
Want to give you a live look at downtown Indianapolis. We've got some clouds out there. It's been dry so far, but Angela says, well, we've got some more showers in the forecast, and of course we're getting closer to Friday and of course the weekend. We know you've got plans, so Angela, fill us in on what's happening.
Yes, a couple of spotty showers in our forecast, and I'd keep the jacket handy too. Temperatures today about 10 cooler than average, and that's going to be the case as we look ahead as well. This is a live look all across central Indiana. Temperatures right now still in the upper 50s and low 60s. A little more blue sky in Bloomington. However, the farther north and west you go, the clouds are starting to get a little thicker, and we can see that from our camera at the Country Club of Indianapolis, where again we have a few more clouds at this hour. Temperatures sitting in the upper 50s and low 60s. This is a view in Hamilton County from Carmel. 59 right now in Indianapolis. We have 58 Lafayette, 56 Crawfordsville, and still at 62 degrees in Bloomington. Most of us will stay in the 50s over the next several hours. Chance of a few showers, especially later this evening. Not a lot reaching the ground on radar right now, but some steadier light rain from Chicago back through western Illinois, and all of this will start to move our way. Shower chances increase late tonight and early tomorrow, and a couple of pop-up showers Friday, Saturday. We'll look ahead to that in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Angela. We'll check back. In the meantime, in Irvington, a beloved pastor there might have to leave his congregation and that community soon, all because Immigration Services denied green cards to his family. As our Ella Road shows us tonight, the pastor's community is fighting for him and his family to stay here in the U.S.
Irvington United Methodist Church is a small, close congregation. Their senior pastor, Sunil Kotian, doesn't want to say goodbye to them or Irvington, but he might have to.
One thing after another, there's too much heartache there for us as a family, and so we've dealt with it over the last 7 to 8 years now, literally, and we're back to square one.
Kotian moved from India to the States in 2018 to attend Christian Theological Seminary on a student visa. He then started work in India as a pastor on a religious visa, and his family moved to join him after COVID.
First time was hard leaving, but then leaving them the second time round, I was really broken, and I think it will be too much for me to go through that again.
His wife and 2 of his children found out earlier this month that Immigration Services denied their green card applications, making May 16th their last day altogether.
We were really shocked by that decision by USCIS, and we're just in this very not knowing what's going to happen.
When Bill Carr learned the news, he got the congregation to call and write letters to Senator Young, Senator Banks, and Representative Carson's offices, sharing this template online so even people outside the congregation could contact state leaders, asking them to reconsider their green card applications.
Even if this ends in a not ideal way, that it can show people in the community that this is a church where they can feel welcome and feel the love of God.
Carr's sad to lose his spiritual mentor.
He really is just kind of a gift to this community, and I hope we can keep him here.
But faith keeps them all steady through uncertainty.
It affirmed what I believe in and how God is and how loving He is to us. And I could see that shown through their love to us as a family. And that was beautiful.
Praying for a solution so he and his family can stay where they call home. In Indianapolis, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
So the family's last day together is 4 days before the youngest daughter graduates from high school. Immigration Services is still processing her application. She's also a Lilly Scholar, hoping to still attend UIndy in the fall.
Ella reached out to Senator Banks' office and is yet to hear back. Senator Young's office says that, yes, they are aware of the situation. And Representative Carson says he condemns the government's immigration crackdown in this case and stands with the family.
Want to give you a live look at I-465 and US 31 on the north side of Indianapolis. We are just days away from massive road closures at this location. So tonight, INDOT is warning you to get ready to slow down.
Yes, Samantha Johnson is there breaking down all that we need to know about these changes. Sam?
We wanted to give you as much heads up as possible on this project because INDOT officials say this phase could be the most disruptive to your daily commute, and some of the closures last through the fall. So starting the week of May 11th, if you're coming off 465 and going northbound on US 31, those ramps in both directions will be closed as you know it. There will be workarounds to get you northbound instead, and INDOT officials tell me this is all about improving safety and efficiency.
The reason we're having to close those is this is the time that we're expanding those ramps from 1 lane to 2. That was the main goal, to make getting from 465 to northbound 31 easier, and in the fall we'll have that.
INDOT is sharing all kinds of maps to help you navigate these changes because southbound 31 and 106th Street are impacted too. May 11th is the date to put on your calendar. You can find all the maps and details right now at WTHR.com. On the north side, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
Still to come on this Thursday night, an Indiana woman now gearing up to run her 59th half marathon on Saturday when the Mini returns.
Ahead at 6:15, we're going to tell you why this race means a little bit more. Angela?
Anne-Marie, we have a few showers moving in tonight and more showers in the forecast. I'll have a look ahead at the timeline.
But first tonight, the pace car unveiled for the 110th running of the Indy 500.
We've got to look at the car that IU head coach for the football team, Curt Cignetti, will be leading this year for race day.